Devils? J-Dog back to answer more goddamn questions. Ones we're going over today, they're piling the fuck up. Nothing but goddamn paid skis and some order questions in there. Fucking 5 goddamn pages worth. The first one is from Adam Benenson, also known as Leda Lover. Paid question. He puts, sup, dog? I just saw your Earache Records interview. Yep, with Earache Al. Not sure what that guy was saying because they have been putting out shit like new metal, reggae band Skin Red. Is that a band? And rock band Those Damn Crows, and pushing them hard. Plus, almost every damn LP I buy from them comes with a goddamn seam split. Yes, because I mean they're still sending them in the shipping them inside the covers, shrink wrapping them. I guess from their point of view, I could kind of see it because they're at the forefront. That's how LPs used to ship. But yeah, times have changed because shit's all mail order rates. And it also made sense back in the day too, shrink wrap, because I mean back then there was very little mail order. You went to a goddamn record store and you bought Napalm Death Scum. So it was shrink wrap. Nowadays it's all shipping for the most part. And yeah, if you ship it inside the cover, it's gonna get split seams. Some labels still do it. I'm assuming because they think it looks more professional. Well, it does look more professional, but I just have to take that into account. Because all the UG guys, Hell's Headbangers, Nuclear Now, Iron Bonehead, etc., it's records outside the cover. On the back side, goddammit, Relapse Records got it half fucking right. They do put them in sleeves outside the cover, so they got that motherfucking memo. They put them on that. They put the cover record in front of the cover. Why the fuck would you do that, bro? I know he's the piss out of me every time I gotta pull it. What do you mean, dog? It just makes it a little bit fucking harder. Looking for goddamn Repulsion Horrified, it's just, Jesus, fuck. Makes it, not that it's harder. Dumb bubbles. It's going to come in and say shit. It's just saying when you're looking at hundreds of titles on a list and through the actual physical item, every millisecond counts. Literally, I'm not exaggerating. It counts. It all adds up to minutes and minutes to hours. So the less fucking time, every millisecond, this makes it goddamn easier and less room for fucking error. So, backside, goddammits. What the fuck they leave off on this shit? Comes the goddamn seam split. I had to remove those posers from my email list because they kept pushing their poser rock / new metal bands. You see, I wasn't, I had no idea what they're fucking putting out. To be honest with you, I got to do another fucking part with Earache L. Texting, I was like, next time we're out there, we can do shoot them on our parts. I guess I can ask about that. I was gonna kind of ask about later earache shit, and yeah, why my thing I was gonna ask, it's just the stories went to where they were. And keep in mind, some of the shit got cut off. As you saw, there's 2 parts. There's a chunk that got cut off too. My fucking phone memory was full, even though shit was the biggest piece of fucking shit. So then we had to do it on LCAT's video. That's why the audio sounded a little different. They both sounded good though, I thought. I'm sure there's somebody pissing and moaning out there, but hey, you can't please everybody, right? So there's shit that got cut off, and he just, he was able to go. He went from a different story to a different story, so it worked. It made my job goddamn easier. But I was gonna kind of ask, like, it seemed like they struck gold in the late '80s, early '90s. Well, it didn't seem like they did, where they almost knew who to sign. Like it was like you got fucking cream of the crop. Very little just filler. Very little goddamn stale bread. I mean, granted, he mentioned what lawnmower death and shit like that, and some people are surprised dog has heard of them. Still, how can I have it? And I'm sure they have other stuff that's a little bit more obscure. I'm not saying everything blew up to fucking bolt thrower napalm death size, but they had a lot of guys that had classics. So having said that, what I was going to ask him is like, why didn't Earache pursue bands like it just seemed like, and it's easy to play Monday morning quarterback now, looking at what bands are. So why don't you sign them? It's like, well, dude, we didn't know in their demo of their album that they're going to be somebody. But at the same time, some shit was a little obvious if you heard it. Like, I'm surprised, like, in the mid 90s, why didn't you sign bands like Dying Fetus, Deeds of Flesh, Christian, Angel Corpse? Because if you heard the demo, and maybe they just didn't hear it, so that's that possibility too. Because those were bands that that went somewhere and were notable and did something. Again, that's playing Monday morning quarterback. But at the same time, I would have to say, dude, if you heard, Christian, maybe you didn't get the demo tape. especially even from Brazil, and probably a little harder to get. But let's say you got wind of Unmerciful Order, or even Black Force Domain. Definitely by Black Force Domain. Let's say you got wind of it. I personally, if I was a bigger label and you got a wallet to throw around, fuck, let's try to sign this band. Now, people might say that well, what about Hells today? First off, we kind of do if somebody really fucking stands the fuck out. Second off, yeah, it's very, very little that we do that because who the fuck stands out? And it's nothing against any bands. It's almost impossible to stand out now. I mean, even at the time of the mid '90s, shit was still original. Yes, Christian, like you went like, yeah, but dog, it was just they already had Morbid Angel and it was Morbid Angel Worship too, but it was like Morbid Angel times fucking 10. As far as speed and extremity. So it stood the fuck out, and everybody that heard it fucking knows that. From what I heard, I don't know if Gene told the story on, I don't know if he told it on video, if he told it off camera. Gene from British Temple, Angel Corpse. From what I remember, he said that he gave pretty sure it was Apocalyptic Revelations, second album's out, and that's how Cannibal, guys like Alex Webster and shit, heard Christian. I think they were playing with them. Angel Corpse was doing a show with them or something, and he was around him, handing the tape, or somebody handed the tape, and he was in the room, something about it, and it blew their socks off. They go, whoa, this is fucking great. So, same thing, like, it just seemed like Eric fell off. Like, they stopped signing anything. Like, in the early 2000s, I remember, like, Decapitated from Poland, which I didn't care about, but I mean, it was a respectable band. People did like them. And then, obviously, the mid 2000s, Deicide, which was, okay. But other than that, I was like, yeah, kind of like, what were you guys doing? I was going to ask that, but just didn't get around to it. See what he would say to that. Now, as far as all this cock rock shit, yeah, I can ask about that. I kind of suspected that. I was like, deep down, I knew, yeah, it's got to be a bunch of just fucking garbage or signs. It's a bunch of crap I never heard of. But I didn't know. Like, just like with Roadrunner, it's one of those things. I was like, I just know it was crap, but I didn't know it was as bad as Nickelback. There was people that told me, I think it was literally Nickelback, right? Roadrunner put it out. Did not know that until this goddamn channel. I was completely unaware of that. I was like, holy fuck, I know they went canoe, but goddamn, I didn't know they went that goddamn canoe. I mean, for fuck's sakes. Nickelback, that's hanging out with Hootie and the goddamn Blowfish, Corn, Tool. That's bottom of the fuck Creed. That's bottom of the barrel. What are you putting Tool with Creed for, dog? That's bottom of the barrel, brah. That's garbage of the fucking garbage. I mean, fucking shit. I would over stupid ass, fucking poser ass, sissy ass Tool. Dude, I would rather listen to the fucking Pac. I'd rather listen to Leonard Skinner. I'd rather listen to goddamn Britney Spears, Madonna, Miley Cyrus, the whole bits. At least they make no bones with what they are. Tool, they actually, especially act tough, gothic, dark, down with the devil. This is heavy. People have the audacity to call that goddamn metal. Fuck me, Dad. Have you ever heard fucking Venom black metal? Something that's not even obscure. That's the fucking fan base. That's why they're annoying. At least when you fucking put on Madonna or something, you're like, or at least know what this is. It's just some pop singer. Make no goddamn bones about it. That's just some fucking fake ass, plastic ass motherfucking shit. Yeah, Tool's hanging out with Creed and goddamn Nickelback. Hate to break it to you, brah. Bottom of the barrel. Don't get any worse. Yeah, kept posing their poser rock new metal bands. They suck shit, my guy. Well, it's got nothing to do with the guy himself, so I don't know. I guess so, maybe. Only thing they're good for is repressing old out of stock LPs. I mean, that's pretty much all I care about, yeah, as far as what I'm buying, which is great if they make it to me in one piece. Who knows? Maybe I'm just bitter, but I want them to succeed. Maybe Eric was good at one point, but not good anymore. Can't even put out a picture of this, a world downfall. Yeah, that is true. I have noticed that. I didn't ask him about world downfall, but I did ask him about off camera. Why didn't Eric ever do Recapitulafaction on 12-inch picture disc? I was like, there is a bootleg that exists. I was like, but still, that was years and years later. And not to mention, you still could do it. There's only like a couple hundred made. It's hand numbered. Dog owns it, of course, goddammit. Still do an official one. I was like, you guys did Symphonies of Sickness. Why not that one? He's like, oh, yeah. He's thinking, but keep in mind, too, guys, he doesn't own the label. Yes, he's been there since the very, very early forefront, like a few years after it started, 1990 to be exact. So, yeah, he may have some say or some input, but there's a lot of shit I like Hell's to sign. And either he just got Couldn't get in contact with the guys, no replies, fucking maybe CETA didn't want to do it or whatever. Like there's various reasons. So he might have been all over, like terrorizing their world downfall. I mean, I doubt it, but let's do not picture this, goddammit. To me, that's common sense. Again, maybe not at the time in '89, you know I was going to go, but you would think by the year 2000, when it's already, and I know I was there, goddammit, 2000 in the scene, Terrorize the World Downfall. That's considered one of the most classic grindcore albums of all fucking time. Hell, goddamn, Jim Sadis, rest in fucking peace. His line was, "Yep, when I heard goddamn World Downfall, picked that up back in the day. So I literally quit practicing drums then. There's no point. You can't get any better than that. It's like it can still be better than Ginger Crafts. His goddamn words, not mine. Nonetheless, goddamn fucking funny. So, having said that, I mean, obviously, it was looked at as, even at that time, you know, even though it's only, you do the math, it's only 11 years later. It's funny because when I'm hearing about world downfall and shit like that, you figure by 2000, you know, when people are talking about it like that, like Kanye saying shit like that, it probably was the year 2000, maybe 99, but 2000, 2001. So 14, 15, 16. You know, it's sounding like a lifetime ago. Like, man, you picked that up when it came out? Holy shit. I remember thinking that for fucking Symphonies of Sickness, too. Like, it seemed like back when dinosaurs walked the earth. Not to that goddamn degree, but it just seemed like so long ago. Man, he's into this such old school shit. You do the math, it was 11 years ago. At the time, it was literally 11 years ago. So when I do the math now, and nothing gets looked at it like this way, even by myself, 2013 was 11 years ago. There is nothing I look at an album came out in 2013, bro. I'm like, oh man, that's an oldie. I'm like, oh, a new record. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, oh, it's a recent record. That's seriously what I think. Like if somebody said like, yeah, for example, Cannibal Corpse, Skeletal Domain. I'm like, you know, one of their, you know, later, newer ones. Skeletal Domain, that's 2014. That's how I refer to it as. So that's the best. I have said that. I think that's their best newer record. I think that's the best record since Bloodthirst and up to the date. So Bloodthirst, all the way to today, all those albums, I consider those newer albums. I think the best one is the Skeletal Domain, right? Regardless of the fucking points. Point is same goddamn time frame, 11 years ago from today, but it just seems like, oh, that wasn't long ago at all. When you're that young, yeah, I guess, you know, and it's not to mention if it was 2000, which I think it was, you know, I was 15, so 11 years ago, well, you were 4, bro. That's pretty much, that was a lifetime for you, pretty much. So it seems like that. But so it's like, when I do the math, a lot of this stuff when I got in, I was late to the game. It wasn't as late as I always thought. It's like, I was a decade late, basically. You know, pretty much if I came in a decade earlier, I'd have been like, not right on time to where you were there for Welcome to Hell, but you know, you would have got to see like the 80s demo tape trading era and partake in that shit like that. And a lot of classics. So as far as yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Eric, yeah, do I give a shit about what they're putting out nowadays? I mean, to be completely honest with you, anything since probably, and I might be forgetting something, ever since let's say 92, let's say Covenant down. What year's Covenant? Is that 93, 94? That's probably the latest record I liked. I mean, you can Heartwork too is in there. That down, whatever year, let's just say around 94. Anything post 94, realistically, what else do I like that Eric's ever put out? Again, I'm sure I might be forgetting something. I mean, there might be like a Vader record in there they're assigned later on or something like that that I forget that, or even maybe somebody not realize, oh shit, this is on Eric. You even realize it? I'm sure there is a couple of those. But outside 94, I mean, just those Deicide records they did, you know, Scars of the Crucifix, Stench, Till Death Do Us Part. Outside that, I don't think I liked anything. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't really know what the fuck they've been doing. I don't really pay attention. But I assume most of it's shit I wouldn't care about. So, whatever. You know, that's on them. Caleb Chonoweth. Paid question. Oh, J-Dog, my name is Quendell Dingle. I am from the country of Nam. Holy shit. Namibia. Can't pronounce this goddamn country. Namibia. Namibia. Don't even know what the fuck that's it at, bro town. Never even heard of it. Holy fuckski. I'm a big fan of you and wondered if you would ever come to my country. A country I've never heard of, and I'm not sure if I'd even be alive getting there. Highly, highly, highly unlikely unless there's an enormous fucking incentive, like a fucking big old fucking bag for the dog or something. Other than that, I can't think of any goddamn reason to go there. Also, would you check out this very cool, brutal death metal band I found from the USA? The band is called Infectious Gel King slash Arsenary Split. Thank you. J Dog enjoy YouTube. Yeah, I listened in the background. I mean, it was nothing that blew my goddamn socks off, but let's kind of like pull it up on Metal Archives if these mofos are even on goddamn Metal Archives, which if they're not, they're already goddamn fucking up. Just like goddamn Desolate. You get that shit on goddamn Metal Archives like I fucking said? Highly doubt it. Get on that goddamn shit. So that way when someone like the dog, and I'm not the only one looking shit up on Metal Archives by any stretch of the definition, you fucking find out what you're all about, where you're from, your release history. But Infectious Gel Queen, like 2 words, infectious, not spelling it out for you fucking bubbles, but the second word spelled Jelqing, whatever the fuck that means. The split with Arseny from Indiana. Yeah, bro. So these are new guys. Yeah, I just put it in YouTube, but just listen in the background. It's just it's nothing I care about personally, but it's all right. But things might sound a little bit more impressionable. Yeah, like I said, Bloomington, Indiana, newbie band that split you're talking. One of these splits. Another one of these goddamn slam bands that's just this a fucking again. 2022 and 2023, so total goddamn newbies. Looks like there's one guy. At least in the photo, tough guy. It says current lineup, none. Got no goddamn lineup, huh? Yeah, shit, I don't care about personally, but I mean, things might be a little bit more, it's cool over there that you hear, and maybe you knew this. I don't know. Yeah, nothing I give a shit about personally. Joseph Dinkins, goddamn order question. This is the next one, goddamn line on the page. Dog, I keep hearing a lot of the men at Hell's Heroes were wearing little booty shorts and half shirts. Can you confirm this? What's funny about that is, dude, to be honest, so when I go to these goddamn shows nowadays, I don't even pay attention, man. My head's up my ass. I kind of just like, that's what's funny when people bring it up, like, dog's talking about this, he's mad. It's like, the thing is, hilarious part is I bring shit up. I probably care less than any of you guys that don't care, if that makes any goddamn sense. Like, I so don't fucking care that I'm blind to it. I don't even realize it. The reason I bring it up is because I always did in my teenage years. So I knew what was going on. Like, the ball caps, the sports jerseys, and just people looking like, dude, you don't listen to metal. Like, what are you doing here? I noticed it then. But as far as this, nowadays, I so just don't give a shit. And I'm so fucking used to it and I so fucking expect it that I think nothing of it. I still poke fun of it because I'm just aware of it because when I did care, I noticed it. So I'm kind of oblivious now. Like, how many ball caps were at the goddamn show? Fucking Hell's Heroes. Couldn't even fucking tell you, dude. I just wasn't even paying attention. So I didn't notice the goddamn, what does he call them? The high shorts, little booty shorts, and half shirts. I didn't notice it until it was Fran the Man saying, he's like, man, what's with all these guys walking around with this? I was like, oh, are they? And then actually, after he pointed it out, I noticed that yeah, there was a bunch. And he's like, yeah, they'll say shit like, yeah, well, Lemmy did it, so it's okay. He's like, well, you ain't Lemmy, motherfucker. So my take on that is, first off, yeah, it's why the fuck would you want to wear that? It just looks stupid as fuck. It just looks dorky as hell. Like, especially with the high legs thing. It's like the only way you could pull that off and it looks cool, again, no goddamn homo, but being a fucking fan of bodybuilding, when you see a pro bodybuilder, not physique, not classic physique, which those guys are basically my size. Some of them are my size. I know I'm not a person standing side by side of them. And the ones in physique, they're not that much bigger at all. At all. Structure and shit, yet they're, but why don't you compete then, J Dog? Because it's all about structure, genetic structure, dude. You guys don't know anything about it. It has nothing to do with how they train, how they ate, what drugs they take. Nothing to do with that. It's how your genetic shape, and you need a fucking thing. And I don't have that. Most people don't. So, anyways, but as far as just size-wise, it's not that fucking impressive. That's why I don't really follow division. I'm talking about the open class. When you see guys like that walking around, it's beyond impressive. Like a lot of guys, especially if it's a pro with really good legs, it literally looks like when they were wearing like pants and like the sweat, if it's like the tight sweatpants and shit when the legs are bursting the seams, it literally looks like I've seen ones that it looks like they have fucking football pads under like the guys. Why the fuck's the guy wearing football pads? First time you see it, it literally looks like that. It looks fake. Like that can't be the guy's legs. It's impossible, and it is. If you have something like that, and you're wearing the high shorts. It's so freakishly looking cool. Then yeah, rockets. But if you're one of these dudes with these pale, fucking hairy, skinny ass legs, and you're wearing those high tops, dude, you just look like a nasty, nerdy ass Screech Powers fucking bitch. Like you're making fun of yourself. You may as well just put a sign on the back of you saying "kick me." You're just making fun of yourself. And as far as friend the man's line, well, Lemmy did it. You're not Lemmy. It wasn't cool when Lemmy did it either. And the fucking thing is about that, dude. Some of that shit kind of annoys me a little bit. When people say that shit, well, Lemmy, Slayer wore sports jerseys. People made that up. Bailoff wore sports jerseys, dog. He did it, so it must be okay. It was stupid as fuck when he did it. I called out when they did it too. And not to mention those guys, the Bailoffs and the fucking the Slayer guys, and especially Lemmy of all of them. Dude, what you're into is you are a metal enthusiast, I would hope at least, in today's time. Those guys were not. They helped spawn the genre, especially someone like Lemmy, but Bailoff and the Slayer falls in this camp too, to a lesser degree, but still do. But Lemmy, for sure, taking rock and roll and speeding it up, and here's what you got. Yes, he is one of the creators of metal music and helped spawn and invent and shape the way of the genre. And then that genre to the genre, the subgenre, etc. I mean, when people go on arguments like give credit to the Beatles and shit like that, that's going a little ridiculous. It's got to start somewhere, and it's when you're paving the way. It's Black Sabbath, it's Maiden, it's Motorhead, it's Priest, and shit like that. But let's call it like it is, dude. He's just taking rock and roll, what he liked, and supercharging it, and came up with this and helped. Wasn't the only guy. Who the fuck cares what he was wearing and doing, dude? I mean, he thought smoking meth and drinking whiskey on the regular was a good idea too. Why do I care what this fucking loser thinks? And again, if he wasn't successful with his band, which blew up in fame, which there's bands that are just as goddamn good, if not better, that go fucking nowhere, especially in today's time when things happen where bands go like, why does this great band go nowhere, but fucking 200 Wimp Wounds will blow the fuck up, right? A lot of that's right place, right time, advertisement, etc., etc. If his band was not financially successful, Lemmy would be one of the biggest fucking losers on the face of the earth. Just drinking whiskey every day, smoking meth, banging prostitutes. I mean, he was just a complete degenerate. Now, don't be wrong. It fit the music and the thing, and it's cool, and it's the whole image. But the guy himself, I'm not taking any wardrobe advice or life advice from this fucking guy. That's where you got to separate the person, the music. Like this guy he was no fucking role model. I see losers when I see fucking Lemmy. 100%. And I know it's going to offend people. Well, what would Lemmy do? Who gives a fuck what Lemmy would do? So and again, yeah, exactly. He was wearing high top belly shirts. At what point you thought that was a good idea, brah? But what would you expect from a goddamn non-metalist? Do you think that guy even liked Venom? I would almost get, and not, yeah, bro, we played with him before. Oh, those guys rock hard. No. Was buying all the way up to sword, not giving, buying up to At War with Satan, and he's playing it on his way to the goddamn fucking grocery store on his own time when he's alone. No fucking way, dude. He wasn't listening to anything heavy. And again, well, he's the older generation. Okay, I get it. He doesn't like Butchered at Birth. Fine. But for fuck's sakes, when Welcome to Hell came out, how old was that fucking meth head? 22, maybe 25. He should have been burned out. He's all about the metal, bro, the lifestyle. He's burned out at fucking Welcome to Hell. And again, I guarantee you he wasn't a fucking fan of that shit. Sure played a festival with them, sure heard them. Yeah, those were our bros. That type of shit. I don't give a fuck about that. There's guys, yeah, they're my bros too, but I don't like their band. I'm talking about the music only. Did he like Fate? Did he like Show No Mercy? Show No Mercy's 83. Surely that should have been up his alley. Guarantee fucking you didn't. Yeah, hung with them, homies. We partied with them, bro. We banged fucking strippers together. All right, great. That's got nothing to do, again, completely irrelevant fucking opinion on the topic we're fucking talking about. So, what the fuck do I give a shit what goddamn Lemmy did? I don't. So, yeah, the goddamn high goddamn shirts tops on him too was gay as fuck. Come squish some sun, you look at the blue. But the guys watch games in the morning. Later, goddamn it.